Hello my friends, Sleepy here, and welcome to a brand new episode in my weekly gaming playlist series. We've made it to Friday, so I'm going to do my little recap here, sharing the games I've played this week with you guys, and I'll let you guys know my thoughts on them, and whether I think you guys should check them out or not. Of course, I'd love to hear your thoughts as well, so if you've played any of the games I shared with you today, let me know what you thought of them. I'd also love to hear about the games you guys have been playing, as that gives me ideas of new games to play and experience. And if you guys have any game recommendations, let me know, especially any Xbox 360 games that are backwards compatible on the Series X, as I've been on a huge Xbox 360 kick the last month, and I'm continuing that trend with this video. So I got two games for you guys for Xbox 360, and the first one is one that I started playing last week, and I'm continuing my journey with it this week, and that is the LEGO Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars, which is a really awesome game in the LEGO Star Wars series, which I've been a huge fan of the LEGO games ever since I played the original LEGO Star Wars trilogy and the LEGO Star Wars 2 trilogy as well, which you got to play through the six movies, the prequel trilogy and then the regular trilogy, and I always loved those Lego games. I did 100% beat both of those. I did pick this one up when it came out a little bit after launch, and I really enjoyed it, but I had never watched the Clone Wars TV show that this game is based upon, so I didn't really know anything about the stories, and I was kind of lost when things came to that, and so I kind of just shelved it. Well, a few years ago, I actually started watching the Clone Wars TV show, and I got through the first 4 seasons, and this game takes place for the first 2 seasons. So now I decided, since I've watched the show, I should go back and replay this game now and continue my journey on it, and since I would actually understand the stories better, and now I'm actually able to figure out what's going on in the story since I watched the show. Also, this game still has the mumble voices, which I really love for the Lego games, where they just make noises. You know, they don't actually physically talk, where in some of the later Lego games, they actually start bringing dialogue taken directly from the movies, or they have actual voice actors in it that voicing, which I like those, but I still feel the Lego games have more charm to them when they do the mumble voices. Of course, they still have the great humor and all the funny scenes and stuff that happen in these, and it's just a really awesome game. It's a lot different than the previous Lego games, as there's a lot more stuff to these games, as they play more elements to it. Like, there's actually some building where you actually get to build bases, so there's some kind of RTS elements to this game, not just going from point A to point B in the levels. So it's really cool, variety of stories and stuff. So it says the saga continues. Build, battle, and laugh your way through the Star Wars universe like never before. Play in levels spanning the Clone Wars era, including seasons 1 and 2 of the hit animated show. And then you can build your army and defend your bases in the biggest LEGO Star Wars battles ever. And then there's also some brand new multiplayer modes as well that you can play with your friends in new ways. So let's check out LEGO Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars. Hey friends, we're continuing our journey with LEGO Star Wars 3, a really cool game in the LEGO Star Wars series. I'm a huge fan of these LEGO games ever since I played the old LEGO games back on the original Xbox, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360 days. So it's really awesome to finally go back so I can beat this LEGO Star Wars 3, as I've beat LEGO Star Wars 1 and 2, but I never beat this third one, as it's actually based on the Clone Wars and also the Clone Wars series, which when I first started playing this game, back when I first bought it, I had never actually watched the Clone Wars show, so I was completely lost as far as storylines go. But now that I've made my way through almost to the end of Season 4, I know a lot more about the stories, and now that I'm playing this game, I'm actually understanding what the stories are, which is really great. Got over 10 hours into this game already. I've been having an absolute blast. Got all kinds of different main missions to go through. You can change your system, so you can go to other areas to unlock more missions, which is really awesome. There's a bunch of characters unlocked. I've unlocked a few more since last week, but you can see I still have a ton of people to unlock. There's a cool 2-player mode, and then some other modes I still have to unlock. What's really cool, though, is there's all kinds of different stories taken directly from the Clone Wars TV show, which is really awesome. Broke up into different little segments. So I beat this first area here. There's also a little prologue level, or that's where you get introduced to the whole Clone Wars, and basically it's just the final battle that takes place at the end of the second Star Wars movie, just where they go to save the Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker, and the Jedi rescue them, and the war starts. So that's where that starts off, and then so I started playing this new story mode here that you can pick. And then there's the main story you go through, but you also get to unlock the story mode for it, which is really sweet as well. And so you can play through the main story, or you can go through and play the free play, which is really awesome. Because the free play is where you can actually bring in characters that you've unlocked that weren't actually in the level, because there's a lot of secrets. Sometimes you need to play as a droid, or you need to play as one of the enemies. Well, in the free play mode, you actually can do that, and that's how you can unlock all the mini kits and get all the secrets and stuff. So you do have to play every mission at least twice. Oop, I know what I need to do. There's also the classic secrets in the game where you can turn on the red bricks, like the multipliers, which I found. But you have to do certain stuff, unlock things to get them, and then you have to buy them. But it multiplies how much studs you get, because everything in this game revolves around the money aspect, and I've got 22 of 130 gold bricks so far. But it's just a really awesome Star Wars game. Lego one that's definitely sweet. There's also some flight combat levels too, which is like this one here, which is really awesome. And then now, since I'm playing free play, I can pick my own character that I want to be. And you can bring them in, like you can play as Jar Jar Binks if you want to. So we play as Mace Windu. And then I can also pick a different ship too once you go through. And you actually have to buy these different ships. So it's really sweet. And then it does a little title crawl there, and tells you about the missions and stuff. Look how awesome it looks in these cool space battles. And graphics look really great too, because I'm playing this on my Xbox Series X. So I get the upgrade from playing on the modern console. So really awesome that this game is backwards compatible. And then I like these ship levels, because you can actually then get out and you have stuff you have to do here, and you can fight on foot as well, not just in the spaceships as well. It's really sweet. And since I got that huge multiplier on, I can earn a lot of studs, especially this level. This level is a great level if you're trying to farm some money for buying stuff, because you get so much money from destroying the random ships in the area, which is great. There's a lot of puzzles in this game to solve too. Like even a couple of them even stumped me for a minute. But when you really look at it, you know, you can figure it out. The great thing too is this game does have a strategy guide, which I own. I gotta get that out actually, so it can help me, because I did get stuck a few times. I was able to figure it out, but definitely having that strategy guide will be a great help in unlocking all the secrets, because there's just so many secrets in this game. It'll probably take you about 50 hours to get everything unlocked. Alright, do that shit. So you just have to go through these missions and just do what the different objectives are. And sometimes they're really easy, but sometimes you have to kind of like really think about what you're supposed to do with the game. So that's where that strategy guide's going to come in handy. this is one of those Venerator class starships that the Republic uses. Shows you just how big these ships really are when you get here. Cool, you can take over enemies' vehicles in this game as well. So there was another little puzzle to solve to figure out how to get in here, so you can fight the other side's ship. Alright, got another one. And I gotta use this so I can go up to a higher part of the level to get up into the top of the ship now, where the bridge is. And so now I have to do the same thing. Now the second half is going down there and using the turrets on them. But just one of these really good games. Just wanted to give you guys a little look here at the LEGO Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars. It's a great LEGO game. If you guys like the LEGO series and you love Star Wars and you've not played LEGO Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars, I highly recommend you pick it up, because it does follow the awesome Clone Wars show, and it's for the first 2 seasons are what this game is all about. So if you've watched the show, you'll feel right at home with the stories in this. Now what I like about this is still the classic LEGO where they have the mumble voices, so they don't have the audio in this. Some of the later, newer LEGO Star Wars games, they actually have voices they take from the movie and they have talking, but this one has the mumble voices, which I think adds to the game's charm. But definitely you guys should check out this game, it's awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed that look at LEGO Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars. I got a lot further in this game, but I still have so much more to do. But I'm probably going to shelve the game for now, as I gotta find my strategy guide I have for it, because there's so much stuff that I'm missing, and it is really hard to figure out some of the secrets that are in these levels. So I'm definitely gonna have to find where my strategy guide is, and then I'll pick up playing this one again. But I've been having a lot of fun with it, and this is definitely one I would love to 100%. Now we're going to our next game for the 360, and this is one that I have not ever played, but it has been recommended to me several different times, and I'm glad to finally check it out, and that is the game Shadows of the Dam. Now this is an awesome third-person shooter, and it's got some great humor, it's got great music, voice acting. It's a really awesome game. It kind of mixes like Resident Evil 4, Silent Hill, and the weirdness of like Deadly Premonition all into one package. It's a really awesome game. So I'll read you from the back. So it says, a twisted psychological action thriller from the nightmare team of Suda 51, Shinji Mikami, and Akira Yamaoka, which is that guy that makes the music for Silent Hill games. So that's really cool. You play as Garcia Hotspur, has killed one too many demons and pissed off the Lord of the Underworld. Now he's about to take one hell of a trip to rescue his kidnapped love in the City of the Damned. Brutally demented boss battles, psychologically twisted visceral combat. So there's also some great boss battles in this game. It's a really good game. So let's check out Shadows of the Damned. Hey friends, today we're checking out Shadows of the Damned. Now I have never played this game before, but it was recommended to me a few years ago, and it was actually just recommended recently too. I was talking to some people during a live stream, we were chatting about games at one of my favorite streamers on here, Jay Reviews, and we were talking about this game, and they're like, if you've never played Shadows of the Damned, you've got to check it out because it's a really awesome game. It's backwards compatible on the Series X, which I'm playing it on. And it's like a mixture of Silent Hill, Devil May Cry, with like Resident Evil 4 kind of control scheme. And it's got cel-shaded graphics. It's just got a really awesome story. And so I was really intrigued. And I'm actually really glad that I picked this up a while ago because it has been steadily rising in price, and it now goes for around like 30, 40, 50 bucks online, and it's been going for about $50 here locally, so I'm so glad I got a cheap copy years ago. Continue my game, which the game has 3 different difficulty setting: in easy, normal, and hard. I'm just playing it on normal, and I just started playing, so I'm only 26 minutes in, and I'm playing it on the normal difficulty. That's how I like to play these games, and I'm currently on Act 2-1. So it's broken up into chapters, kind of like how Resident Evil and those kind of games are with the story. There's also upgrades to get. You have a currency, which is the gem, and then there's these red and blue gems, which I haven't discovered yet because I'm not far enough into the game. I love the music in this game too. It's got great voice acting as well. It looks pretty damn good for an old 360 game on the Series X.
More darkness dead ahead. At least we're standing on the bright side of things this time.
If you can call this bright.
So what's cool is here where you can upgrade to have a thing called a boner. It's just great, some of the names in this. But different weapons and things you can unlock and upgrade, like your health and stuff. Because obviously the further along you get through the game, the more difficult it gets. As there's a variety of different kind of demons and creatures that you fight, because you actually are fighting in the underworld, or like a hell type of landscape, and you're trying to save the love of your life, Paula. And you play as Garcia Hotspur, and you actually have a former demon with you
who is that skull. His name is Johnson, and he's assisting you. He becomes your gun, which is pretty sweet, which I currently have 2 different guns, a shotgun and a handgun. But he also is a guide down here. He also becomes a torch for you, and he'll help guide you through the story, which is really sweet. So it's always good to have a little companion. Now there's these dark areas of darkness which you cannot go into and stay in too long because it'll start slowly killing you and eventually start taking away your health. And so you actually have to light up areas. And if you stay too long in this underworld areas without light, the darkness will start consuming and taking over. And so you gotta shoot these goat heads with a light shot to light up the world because demons do not like light and scares them away. What I really like too is you have the Johnsonpedia and he'll tell you about, you have like all your controls here. If you play through the game will teach you how to play. As you unlock different weapons, they'll be here. But this will actually tell you whenever you encounter new enemies, and they'll tell you about them. Like, this is a masked demon, so they're not frightened by light, are protected from headshots because they have this mask on, and it hides their eyes that glow in the dark, so they can be kind of hard to see. So you can't get headshots on these guys, so you have to go for their limbs to drop them down. So this is where it plays kind of like Resident Evil 4 with that over-the-shoulder control, or like Dead Space. And you can dismember creatures too, which is awesome. And sometimes they'll drop loot, like the gems there, which are currency. And sometimes they'll also drop ammo and other stuff. And so you can hit the A button, you can do a 180 turn, which is very helpful when you start getting surrounded by enemies. But this game is just awesome. I'm having a blast with it so far, and I'm really glad that I decided to give this one a try. This is one that has been on my radar since people talked about it a few years ago when I grabbed a copy, and now I've wanted to just check it out.
Better check your goat, Dar.
So now I gotta shoot that goat there. So it'll burn away the darkness and make it safe for me again.
What the fuck is that?
Let's go with big and hopefully dead demon, shall we?
There are bosses in this game too as well, which I haven't reached. I haven't got to one yet. But the guy that was talking to me about this game in that stream was telling me that there's some pretty fucked up bosses, and they didn't want to ruin anything, so you just got to experience someone for yourself. But as you play through the game, it'll give you a little tutorials on how to play, so like how to dodge this asshole's projectiles. Gotcha, bitch. And some enemies are actually protected by darkness, which kind of reminds me of Alan Wake. You actually have to burn the darkness off with a light shot on them. Shit, man.
Strawberry!
Ooh, and the demons in this world love strawberries for some reason. It's Johnson told me it's like catnip for them, so they really want to get the, ooh, this is ammo. Yes, nice. They really want to get strawberries. There's a lot of fucked up shit down here. The game is extremely violent and brutal. There's nudity, naked women. You're trying to save the love of your life, Paula, who was abducted by the Lord of the Underworld here. And you occasionally will see her running around because the world kind of like fucks with you, and she's in skimpy lingerie, and you can see her ass and everything. So, I mean, what more could you want as a guy? You know, you got naked women, half-naked women, you got blood and violence and guns and gore and demons. I mean, it's just everything for a man's game here. It's just awesome. There's also these creepy baby demons, like when people die and get and their souls get damned down here, they have to go become little baby demons for like 100 years and have to guard doorways and stuff. And so this one wants a strawberry, so if I can get that strawberry that we saw there, he'll be happy and let me in there. But there's another baby, let's see what he wants. Looks like he wants some kind of a cog thing, so I'll have to figure that out. So there's also puzzles and stuff to solve in this game.
The underworld has a pub?
That's right, and vending machines too. If you're damned, you're going to need convenient access to drinks pretty much 24/7.
And what's interesting, since you're in the underworld, drinking alcohol heals you, where in our world, drinking too much alcohol will kill you. In this world, it's necessary for healing and bringing people back to life. So there are these little taverns around where you can get your alcohol drinks, and there's also vending machines where you can buy stuff. So let's buy one. That's pretty sweet. You also have a melee weapon as well, and then as you play through the game, you'll start leveling up, and then you can start upgrading. I love that it has a kill cam, kind of like the Max Payne games. Obviously, trying for headshots is definitely one of the best ways to drop them as quick as possible.
Red gem? What does this do?
Shh, keep it down. That's a performance enhancer. Very shady. Very, very illegal.
Cool. So the red gems are how you do how you get leveled up. That's awesome. Nice. Very cool. So we can upgrade our damage. And upgrade the capacity of the handgun, the boner. I'm assuming this might be the shotgun that I have. And then that light shot and stuff, the torch. So it's really cool, all these different stuff that you can upgrade. Ah, some creepy ass shit down here. Damage definitely will be useful. There, I gave it its eye that it wanted. Now I can get in here.
So, Johnson, do you eat eyeballs too?
Perish the thought. It just so happens I'm a fruitarian, thank you.
See, now it's all happy because I got to eat that eyeball. Really fucked up shit. Now we'll give this one its strawberry. Creepy little laughing babies are just bizarre. The game periodically will save for you, so you do want to make sure you get to a save point, like I did there, because if you're not, and you leave, you'll have to do another little part of the segment there, but just wanted to give you guys a little taste of Shadows of the Damned. This game is awesome. Hoping I can beat it this week. Definitely one I recommend if you guys like Resident Evil and Silent Hill, kind of mixed with some Devil May Cry, and you like blood and violence, and it's got kick-ass music, voice acting. Highly recommend this one. It's awesome.
Right, friends, so that was our look at Shadows of the Damned. Since I filmed that clip earlier this week, I've gotten a little over halfway through the story, and I'm really looking forward to beating it. So I definitely will have this game beat by next Friday. So this is one of those games that probably take you about 8 to 10 hours, just depending on how fast you go through the game, and if you do any kind of like grinding or whatever, which I found some areas for me to grind infinite spawning enemies so I could get the gems that they drop and the ammo and stuff. And it just helps you to get stronger, because the further along you get in the game, the tougher the enemies get. You get crazier and crazier bosses. But I just love the crazy crude humor in the game too. Had me laughing. Especially with that gun Johnson you have, and just all of the sexual context and jokes in it, and just it's just a really enjoyable game. I'm really glad that I have it in my collection. I picked this up years ago for cheap, just a couple bucks, but this has been going up in value like 40, 50, 60 bucks or more online, and even locally I've seen a few copies for $60. So this is definitely one I would recommend picking up if you can get it for a good price. But it is pretty pricey, and the great thing is it is backwards compatible on the Xbox Series X, which I've been playing on, and so you get a little boost to the graphics and performance, and I've just been having a blast with it, and I can't wait to beat it. I'm so glad I finally gave it a try. I really wish I would have played this years ago, because it's an awesome game. So quick little recap, we talked about LEGO Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars, a wonderful game in the LEGO series. It still has the mumble voices, but you have much bigger battles, and there's building in it, and it's just a really awesome LEGO experience. And it takes place during the Clone Wars, so off the TV show, so if you watch that, you definitely feel right at home with it. And then we talked about that wonderful third-person shooter here of Shadows of the Damned, really awesome, got great crude humor, but plays a lot like Resident Evil 4, and a little mixture of like with Silent Hill thrown in there, and it's just a really enjoyable experience. So highly recommend you guys play both of these titles. If you guys have played them, let me know your guys' thoughts on them. I'd also love to hear about the games you guys are currently playing, and if you guys have a recommendation, especially Xbox 360 games that are backwards compatible on the Series X, let me know, because I'm looking for more to play. I want to thank you guys for watching. Take care. You guys have an amazing day, and Sleepy will see you next time.